To the very title of this session, the shift to the east. I think there is no doubt, because the term shift to the east or the rise of Asia, these are terms that are sometimes very loose. I think there is no doubt that the world, the international system, is in the midst of a very profound transformation. For the last 200 years or so, the international system was largely dominated by and shaped by the West. And the key issue that confronted all the non-Western nations was how to adapt to this Western-defined modernity. And only a very small handful of countries, mainly in East Asia, broadly defined to include India, have succeeded at this venture. Starting with Japan, and then the so-called NIEs, newly industrialized economies, then China and India, Vietnam, Indonesia. Emerging patterns of complex interdependence, the patterns of trade, finance, investment, the production chains, are tying the West or the US and East Asia, broadly defined, together in ways that make, in some ways, the America part of East Asia. And it's not going to be easy to disentangle. Secondly, the shifts of power are relative and not absolute. China, India, and I hope my Chinese and Indian friends will forgive me, Brazil, these are undoubtedly very increasingly important economies, but they are really regional players. They're still regional powers with an increasing global role, but still regional powers. They all have serious internal problems. Their basic focus is internal and in the immediate environment. There is only one truly global player, that is the US. The US-China relationship is going to loom larger for all of us, no matter which region we are going to be in. It is not an easy relationship, it's a very complicated one. I think at least trade tensions and so on are going to become endemic. But I do not see any fundamental conflict of interest between the US and China. Nothing that cannot be managed. The complication for both is their domestic politics.